All right, all right, all right. We are all ready to go. Hey, this is Houston Vibes with Incite-tv. We've got a great show going on tonight. So I've got a couple of special guests as well that's going to be helping me out. I have Courtney, John Ivy are in the building. Everybody is here. How's everything going?
Good,
Good.
good. How you doing?
Everybody good? I'm
Yes.
just making sure. Okay. All right. We're making sure. But before we start, we got to do our little intro. All right. In three, two. All right. Quick intro. That was right on time. Something a little quick. First of all, let me ask you guys. I know I asked how everybody's doing, but what everybody been up to this week so far? How about that? Put John, I'm
This
gonna put
week?
you on the spot.
Oh, this week, man, same old same. Still doing graphics. Getting new clients.
Gotcha.
Building and growing. Planning some new ventures that I'm gonna talk about later on, and yeah, about it.
Are you gonna talk about later on today or just at another time?
Probably at another time.
Okay, I'm trying to make sure I don't say anything because I'm
I mean,
smiling with head.
yeah. I think I'd rather do it at another time where
I get look, that's why I asked that question that way, so that way I won't be spilling no beans on nothing.
No, that's cool. I mean, if the beans get spilled, we
I got
handle
you.
it. But
I got you. I got you. I
you know how
got
people
you.
be like when they don't want to. Sometimes some things you can't put out there too soon before.
Right. Right.
You know what? You told the truth on that one.
Yeah.
Somebody quickly come up with something almost just like what you said.
Oh yeah, boy, they lurking out there. They lurking.
So, what about you, Courtney?
Nothing much this week. Just work and working on some new content. And yeah, just trying to stay away from this pollen that's not been my best friend this week.
Oh, pollen don't give you energy?
No.
It does not work that way.
No, not at all.
Look, I'm not mad with you when it comes to the pollen thing because I have been allergic to pollen my entire life.
Mm.
And mine would skip seasons. But I mean, when I was young, it didn't skip any seasons.
No.
So when you grow up as a country boy, your dad don't really believe in allergies, so he would be like, the grass need to be cut.
That's not, allergies don't bother certain people though because I even have asthma, right? And when I was up north, it was bothering me bad. As soon as I came down here, my asthma cleared up like that.
Wow.
Probably because all the trees and stuff. But even with all the pollen don't never bother me.
Wow.
It be everywhere, and I don't understand.
Did you grow up in the city?
I grew up we grew up everywhere, but mainly in the city, like St. Louis.
Okay.
Some cities, but they weren't like huge smog-filled cities or nothing like that.
Oh, because that's what I was about to say. See, the asthma came from the smog, and you came down here.
No, but that's definitely what happened though.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying. It's much cleaner down here. Like we was in East St. Louis, man. That's a whole different story. They was trying to kill people down there, man. Literally. With that whole Monsanto thing and everything. Yeah. We had to go to court and it was class actions. Yeah, they were giving people cancer and everything, bro.
You know what? I do remember reading about that. Okay.
And it was just by God's grace, my dad moved us out at a young age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They still trying to fight that thing, man.
Wow.
You know what? And from what I understand, a lot of times what these big companies would do is they will put, I'll say 30 million to the side to keep putting the court cases off, paying the attorneys and the lawyers until some of those folks die.
Mm-hmm.
But see, man, it's something deeper to that too. A lot of these class action attorneys, I believe they're in cahoots with the big companies that they're actually suing. And the reason I say that is because, okay, you get a class action for like, say, $10 million, but it's 5,000, 10,000 people.
Right.
If each one of them had the money to sue them people personally, they would pay $10 million per person.
Right.
You understand? But they know they got this thing coming. They get these class actions, so-called environmental lawyers. come in and be like, okay, have everybody sign and take all these tests, sign away all your rights, and send you a check for $600. That's what they did in East St. Louis. They sent them people a check for $600, whether he was sick or not.
Wow.
And
bro.
You know what? And that makes a lot of sense. You know what, John?
They got $21 million before you do it. The class they settled is 11,000 people, $21 million. The law firm gets 40% of that.
Exactly.
Of course.
They're gonna get their money off the top. Yeah, they're gonna get their money off the top.
So it benefits them to go to these class actions and give you $600 when they get millions.
Yeah,
it's a racket, man. It's a scam.
You're right.
Definitely.
You're right.
So if I was Monsanto, I'd have a whole bunch of law firms on my side. Make these people think they're getting some 21 million. Okay. We settle for that. We're $1 trillion company.
And I see it all the time. And I see it a lot. And it makes a lot of sense. They, like you said, I'll say 50 million. Okay, 50 million law, class action lawsuit. But that 50 million only was about half of what they made for that year. 1 year.
Yeah.
And they've been doing this for 25 years. They'll do something along that line. Now, like you said, we're going to have a special guest coming on in just a little bit. But I wanted to open this door to the conversation about different shows. And when we get her on, we're going to ask her some questions about some things as well. But how do any of you guys watch shows on Tubi at different places?
Yes.
Courtney, have you ever watched Tubi?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
John.
Yeah, I have. Put it like, I have.
Okay.
I honestly watch a lot of classics on TV.
Me too, and I was just gonna say
that are not on TV that you don't find much of. That's what I normally watch on Tubi. I was kind of watching the latest movies and stuff, but now I'm finding myself watching more classics on Tubi.
Okay.
I watched classics.
I didn't know about the classics. I didn't know about that part.
I watched classics, and you know what? The same stuff that Tubi be having. I mean that some of the Netflix stuff and some of the Amazon Prime stuff. Tubi be having a lot of the movies for free.
They do.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. This is true. Okay.
But then there's another section of Tubi where they have the black cinema, black,
which I love,
I love too. But that's what has become really popular lately.
Definitely.
Gotcha.
Because people from all walks of life are making movies, and they have this opportunity to put them on Tubi.
And that's the thing I think that's going to be so much fun about the guests that we're going to have on tonight is understanding there's some people that are actually having that opportunity to take advantage of putting their films out, getting people to find out who they are and grow from there.
Yeah.
And grow from there. Because, a lot of people may not know it. I know you guys do. Tyler Perry started tiny.
Yeah, he just started writing plays.
Yeah. And he talked about just writing plays and having, putting his money behind it and only 40 people show up or, 100 people show up and he needed 108 to kind of break even, and I get that. I definitely get that. So one of the things about Tubi that I like is it gets a chance. It introduced me to new characters, new people that I didn't know about.
Yes.
And that's something that we're going to be trying to do too, is find out some of these actors.
Hey, she said she's backstage.
All right. Look, tell her, look, I'm about to bring her up. I saw her backstage, but I just saw the top of her head. So I kept saying, I'm going to keep stalling. Hold on. All right. Hello, Miss Lady.
There she is.
How are you?
I'm good.
See, I saw you backstage, right? And I kept saying, I see her moving, so I'm going to keep stalling. And see, all I see was the top of your head. And now we can't see your mouth a little bit. Can you bring your camera down just a little bit?
There you go.
There you go.
I'm holding the camera, but yeah.
Okay. I got you. Well, first of all, welcome to Incite-tv. We're glad to have you here tonight. So what we would like to do is first of all, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about who you are, and then we're going to jump into some questions that we have for you as well.
All right. I'm an independent filmmaker, director, producer based out of Charleston, South Carolina. I write all genres, horror, drama, thriller. We cast. We do everything except I don't film and I don't edit, but I market. I promote.
Well, you can't do it all, man. You can't do, you got to hire some folks for some stuff. It will wear you out trying to do all of it.
Yes.
Yeah, it will wear you out.
I'll wear it out now. Yeah. Okay.
Well, look, I know. Tell me a little bit about some of the movies that you've made, and I know some of the names.
I want to know how she started, though. I want to know how she.
Oh, you want to go? You want to go with that first?
Yeah, because I think people need that encouragement, and
there
they want to know,
like,
okay. Have you ever been in a movie yourself? You know what I'm saying? Like, how did this all get started for you?
Well, again, I'm a writer, so I started off writing first. So I was writing since kindergarten. I did, I used to write stuff. Creative writing is number one. And I used to do like plays. I used to write like plays, and we'll get the kids and we'll do them, in the library during lunch. I had started my own kids club, and we used to, just get all the kids in. My dad was in the military, so I lived in like Gitmo, which is Guantanamo Bay. So we lived in Cuba, and I used to get all the kids together in the neighborhood, and we used to have our own little kids club that I was doing. I was doing it, for fun, But so when I went to college, I was writing, just writing stories. So I started my own magazine for platinum for my stories. So I started with the magazine. We started doing like commercials. And then I started doing like a series. So we had like a series online called the Geechee 1 Chronicles. It's still online. It's like 6-7 years old. And then when really in Charleston, we started doing like a TV show. So I had a TV show on Comcast, came on Friday nights. Every Friday night, it was called, what was it called? The Geechee 1 Show, maybe. Yeah.
I got you.
Every Friday night, midnight. And then after that, we started another show called What About Your Friends? And you can see some of that online as well. And that came on every Friday night. And then Knology played it. We had a show on Knology, which is another cable network. And it played every day. Like every day it played on Knology. And then I started doing like short films. And then we just started doing full lengths.
Okay.
But going to your other question, I guess I haven't really like starred in any of my own movies, like I'm an extra background or something like that. I don't know. It's, to me, that's kind of hard because I do work with upcoming actors. I have all levels of experience on my set. So maybe one day if I get I know I get a solid, everybody's 100, then maybe I might want to jump in, but I don't want to jump in. Yeah, I don't want to jump in when I have to help other people or we're doing stuff. I don't have it can be done, but I don't want to do it unless
right now it's not your main focus. Is that what you're thinking right now? That's not your main focus, being in front of the camera?
That's correct.
Okay. What is your first film that you've done that really kind of people either picked up on it or you actually was able to get it on something like Tubi? And what are some of the other platforms that you've had your movies on as well?
Okay, so my very first full-length movie is Treasure Box, which is on Tubi. So that's the very first full-length. We have another one before that, which was Trapflix Party, which is shorts put into one. I have two like that on Tubi. It's Trapflix Party. It's 5 shorts. That's one, and then I have one called Dead Alive Stories, which is maybe 8 shorts. And we made it like a series, so it's like different things going on, but it's about like little horror stories put together. So both of those are on Tubi. But my first full length was Treasure Box. It is with Maverick Entertainment, and it actually went really good. A lot of people watched it. A lot of people wasn't really on Tubi like they are now. So it's like, what people like, what's Treasure Box? But 2021 when it came out,
I remember that.
Yeah, we did. Remember, we did the billboard.
Yeah.
In Times Square. We did a billboard here in Charleston. We did a billboard in Charlotte. We did a billboard in a couple places. And that was the first time a lot of them actually was on a billboard that we we did. Well, in general.
I know they were excited.
Yeah, we all we got pictures, and I haven't did a billboard in a while. I was gonna do one, but I didn't. Haven't done one in a while.
Well, with social media, I mean, that is your billboard now. You can kind of put that out and
yeah, but it's something different than real. It's something different about that real bill. I felt just like you saying, but when I saw it up there on the real billboard, it's something different about it.
Look, I say the same thing because I'm gonna be the same way. Because the first time I see myself on a billboard, you ain't gonna be able to tell me nothing.
For sure.
And it's different though. It's different because like social media. I mean, there's a bunch of different people on there too, but a billboard is you don't know who's seeing it. And we had it in Times Square, so Times Square is supposed to be 1 billion people. And then I didn't see Treasure Box on Times Square. I did go see Glory Mountain when it was on Times Square. And my son, my son that died back the year before last. Actually, that was our last long trip together. He actually went to New York with me, and I drove right there. We it was at a Black Girl Cookout, which we are going to do again. Well, I'm doing again September the 7th in Savannah. So we're going to show a movie at the Black Girl Cookout in Savannah. But the billboard we had in I think that might have been the last one in Times Square was Glory Mountain, and me and my son went out there. Actually, I ended up not like walking around. I ended up driving because there was no place to park, so he ended up getting out, taking pictures. But it was really cool to see.
Okay.
Yeah,
This
exciting.
Well, John, tell me. I know that you have been working with her for a while, haven't you? Have you guys known each other for a while?
We've been rocking since 2017.
I don't think so. I don't think it was that long.
Yeah,
it could have been that long. I did a calendar in 2017.
Matter of fact, I know it was about 2018 at least.
Okay, maybe 18, maybe 19. Because So what's the first thing you did for
the pumpkin patch? You had me do something called the pumpkin patch for the it was like some kids and an old lady.
Yes, but that was 2021.
It couldn't have been because that couldn't have had to be 19.
Look, you know what? Now we're gonna go back and figure all that out because I want to listen to all your
I know. Look, we were rocking since 18 to 19. I got all the files and everything, so I can go look.
I don't think it's been that long. I don't think it was that long ago, but
okay,
we're gonna find out because I want to know a list of all your movies. At some point in time. So even if it's not today, definitely inbox me a list of your movies because I want to make sure that we promote them and get people to go watch them. And there's some other things that you're doing as well. I actually ran across you through John. But I think I had saw your page before. There's a page that you be advertising different movies as well. How does that work?
Well, I have the films. So it's Geechee One Films. I promote my movies, but then I promote other people's movies as well.
That's what I ran across.
And we're at 48 million. We reached 48 million on that page. So.
Now, is that consistently? Is that every week or every 30 days?
I don't know. It changes. It looks like it changes every day because I check it all day long.
That's good though. That's a lot of reach. So people from all over the country and the world.
But some people they might, you get a lot of you get people from all over the place. They be like, "What is TV? What is it? I don't understand." And then people call my phone. I'm to the point I start blocking people because they call me from. They call me from around the world. They're like, "Yo, Geechee One Films. I was watching movies." Like, what? Okay.
I'm ready to be in a movie. I'm coming to be in a movie.
I've gotten that too. I will come from Africa to be on your movie. You put me in movie, I believe. I'm like, man. And then I had people, they're like, you need to come here. You need to come here and do a movie. Which, it sounds awesome, but it costs money to get all the way over there. So.
No,
and then I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of scared to go over there and get kidnapped. But it's not me. So
I got you. Now they call and say, "Now look, I have $1 million extra for you to put me in movie." Oh, they'd be in a movie quick, wouldn't
No, I've
You
had
said
that
she's
too. I
like,
had
no,
someone
they
call
better
me.
be able to act.
No, they called me. Well, no, and just in general, someone called me even about being on a podcast, and they're like, $500. So, 1 hour with us on podcast, $500 sounds awesome. But then it was like before we did it, they were trying to show me like how we did a Zoom, and they'll show me how to work my phone. And no, it just sounded like a scam. You're not gonna scam. I mean, it might not even be a scam, but if I don't, I don't have time for you to take my page or whatever for $500. I'm good.
I get it. I get it.
Now,
I've never seen that where, huh?
Being in the like being on Tubi for me, as a regular person, if I had a movie on Tubi, that's really, really exciting. I feel like a superstar already. Like to have
Everybody's
that
on
much
Tubi now.
exposure.
Repeat, everybody's on Tubi. There's nothing special about it anymore. I mean, that's how I feel in a second. Tubi's taking everything right now. You can go outside with your phone and shoot a movie for an hour, and they will take it right now.
But it gotta be some reason why they're doing it, though. It gotta be something.
I mean, because it's supporting, and that's a good thing. I'm not knocking it. What I'm saying is like that's what happened with Amazon. Remember, Amazon was taking everybody's movies. Everybody was going to Amazon to the point where they stopped it. And it's like you have to go to a distributor now to get on Amazon. You can't just put your movie on Amazon. So it just to make it harder for people to just submit anything. So I think Tubi, I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know if they're gonna do something or maybe they're just. But Tubi is about ad dollars, so it's like if your movie's not making no money, it's just gonna be sitting there collecting dust.
So let me ask you about that. Do you like when you put a movie out? Is it best, or let's say someone new has a movie and they're going to put it on Tubi, they should be smart enough to realize you can't just put it out and leave it. They really need to market and promote it. Is that what you do with your movies?
Yes, that's what I was saying. The page, like we promote. You tell everybody. You try to get the actors involved. If you're in a movie, why don't you share you're in a movie?
Right.
I get it. Some people's like, I don't like the movie. They don't like this. They don't like that. But if people don't know you have a movie, then how? That's like you do a song. Nobody knows. You got the hottest song right now, but nobody knows about it.
Right. And I've ran across some artists like that before that I've listened to that music and I'm like, it's incredible. I listen to it, for like 2 weeks straight because it's so nice, but they don't market it. And they think because they're talented, it's just supposed to get found, but it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, I've been in studios with artists. They were like, we need the right person to hear it. Who's the right person?
Right.
That's true.
That is true.
But I want people to steal it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they don't want people to steal their music. But that's why you have to copyright and trademark and all that stuff. And people will steal your idea. At the end of the day, I've seen 5 movies that look the same as the one I got. I've seen the same scene in about 3 or 4 movies. I mean, and I don't know. And not saying that they stole it, but I know, people get ideas. They'll watch a movie and be like, hey, this is, 3 guys in a podcast. I could do that, This movie, the girl dies. The next one, the 2 dudes die. They all kill each other. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's a world out there. I mean, it's everybody. Some people aren't creative at all. So you got to look at it like that too. It's like people aren't creative. People will. That's why you copyright. You have to copyright your stuff.
So now, how do you with your movies? How did you come up with your ideas? You just very creative with it, or you have a team of writers that you work with? How does it work for you?
Okay, so basically with me, ideas come to me and we just write it. But I do have a team of writers now. Me and Aisha have been writing. Me and my partner, which is Isaac, we wrote the Western. We wrote a couple things. Aisha wrote a couple things. Aisha Little. I have a couple new writers. Like No New Friends. It's me and Jawanza Brown from Detroit. She's one of my writers. I have a young lady here named Courtney. And then I also have, why can't I think of people's names because I'm on here? Arthur Tamara from Atlanta. We wrote how to put the ball together. And actually she writes books. A lot of them, they write books. And the good thing is, they get to see their movies come together because, we come together and sometimes I already have the idea what they'll do is they'll just make it more thorough, like
Gotcha.
and it's So in most cases, I'm like 75%. But I just don't like teaming up with people who, like, I have tried that before, where they'll just write up like a paragraph and then they want writer credits, and I'm like, nah, like, I don't know, I don't like that. If you're gonna go half with me, we're going half. Not you write a sentence and then be like, I wrote this. No, I'll take that whole sentence out.
You know what's funny about that is in Greenville, North Carolina, I had some partners, and we had a recording studio, and people would come into the studio, didn't have an idea at all. They just know they want to sing. So we would write stuff for them and help them put it together. And they just come up with one line, and they were like, well, yeah, I like this song I wrote, but you ain't wrote nothing. Hold on. You haven't written anything.
Right.
Or if they help you fix a song, you're trying to figure out a little chorus line, and then they want writer's credit. And that doesn't quite work that way either sometimes. You just help with a little small part. So I guess you get that with people when they, like, an actor may come in and they came up with a great idea for a certain scene, but now they want writer's credit. Have you had stuff like that? Is that what you mean?
Yes. So it's like, that's why sometimes you want to keep to your script, or you got to let them know that it is mine. Write your own stuff.
Hey, now, how do you deal with, like, okay, remember when Tiffany the Dog came out? That was like, for me, I believe that was like a turning point as far as your notoriety. You understand what I'm saying? Because it went two ways. It was like people were watching the movie, but people were actually giving you criticism about the movie. And, they were doing reviews, laughing at it and stuff, but that actually turned out to be a blessing for you. How did that whole situation go down? Did it help you or hurt you?
I don't know. I mean, I know, like I said, when Tubi announced, their Black producers, my name was first. So that was kind of cool. I really don't know, because I know just right now, they're still saying we owe money for that movie, which is a whole nother topic. So, so I do plan on doing like a part 2, but we might change the name. So I'm looking at maybe Army of Dolls. And it's funny. It's a horror comedy. It's supposed to be funny. So people don't understand that it's supposed to be funny. It's not like it wasn't supposed to be. It's a little scary here and there, but it's supposed to be. There's like 7 comedians in this movie. 7. And if they're listening, I am talking about them, and they and I talk to them in their face, like, not everybody, but like some of them, that's their first movie. So it was like, there's some people are scared to talk. So it's like, the guy who played the manager of the sex store, that was even his part. The guy who posed to play that didn't even show up. So it was like, okay, here you go. Wow. I'm giving you lines, and he actually did what he could do at that time. So he could probably be funnier, because he is a comedian. His name is Kenley. He's a comedian. But it's like me giving you some lines and saying, here, Mr. Houston, you're now this. Here's a whole bunch of lines, and be funny.
Gotcha.
So the other guy that was fussing with him.
Look, I'm coming, because I've been watching your stuff. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. We're gonna have to touch bases. And John, and I had actually talked with her. Some things that you and I have been talking about. I discussed with her earlier. I know that she's doing acting classes and helping people. Tell me a little bit about that.
Okay, so basically, I'll talk about every Thursday we do actor workshops here in Charleston. It's free. Basically, we do different activities. We record some, don't record some. We get into a circle. There's a lot going on. I do know I already had someone speak. We had a director from Columbia, Iris. He came and spoke on April 25th. I do have a director from Chicago, Reginald Irving. He's coming, and he's also a photographer, so he's doing headshots. So that's April 25th. And then in June, I'm trying to get the stylist from the Dirty D. Me and her talk. She said she was, she loves it. Have her come from Detroit to speak And at first she was like, what can I talk about? I'm the stylist. And I'm like, there's so many females, not even females, excuse me, males too, who might want to get into behind the scenes doing hair, hair, beauty, stuff like that can actually help not just the actors, but other people who want to do this behind the scenes. So it's my way of giving back to the community at this time. But the workshops I feel are needed because a lot of people don't understand on set. With me, I work with all levels of actors. So you have some that aren't experienced, you have some that are experienced. Like when you say cut, you're not supposed to clap, you're not supposed to move. Some people don't know that. They think it's cut, now it's break. No, you have to go back in that same spot. Now, since you're not in the same spot, you done mess up the edit because now there's a tree that wasn't there before. But there's a lot of stuff that it's, and you think it's simple, but then it's not. It's not. Like some people, they don't understand. You do drugs not on set, but they can do drugs on their lunch break. I've had that. A guy, he was doing good. They went on lunch break, came back, and he was messed up. And it was like, no, you can't film with me. And I haven't casted him since. He has hit me up. He might be watching this, but no, because what is this? You start getting goofy, and it's like this is a business. Like, even though I might not be paying you what you want at this time, because we up and coming. I know some directors that are making $800,000 a movie. They're making thousands of dollars a movie, and they're treating it like a business. So this is a business. People are making money. So even if you feel that you aren't at that particular at this time, you should still treat it that way. So doing drugs, excuse me. We had another actor, and he might be listening to this too. He did an interview about Tiffany the Doll. I'm not gonna say who it is, you might guess it. So he went on their interview and he was like, yeah, we were drinking and smoking, and no, I wasn't drinking and smoking. And y'all was not drinking and smoking on my set. So and they're like, and they thought it was funny. And I'm like, that's not funny. People are really gonna be sitting there thinking on the line y'all to drink and smoke. No. This is a business. So if you're doing that on your break time, then because and that's what I said too. Sometimes you gotta ban stuff. Then now you're gonna be, oh man, she won't let us have our phones. Because that too, like sometimes that is distracting. If we are here for, sometimes you can be on set 16, 12 hours, 10 hours. Get off your phone. Like, put your phone down. I do get it. We all got kids. We all got a life. We all got something going on. But if you're on your phone, you're doing something else, and it's now time for you to act, and it's like, what? So what were you doing the whole time? Just standing in the corner, joking around? Nah, like
waiting for your time, but you weren't rehearsing your lines.
Right.
Or having long phone conversations, especially when you're paying somebody. You're on my time. So pay or not pay, you decided to do this. And that's what I'm like, either, and I'm just talking in general, and some people don't pay their actors, but if you sign up to not get paid, then number one, you can't complain later, or they don't pay us anyway. Or if you get paid, it's not enough. Man, all they paid me was $50. But you decide to take that. That is something that you decided to take. So then you can't sit there and complain about something that you decided to take. You can be like, hey, right now you're not paying, or right now it's not enough. When you start paying me more, or you have the money come back. But I think in my case, a lot of people want to just jump in, and they see it growing. And we are at the point where we are paying the leads. So we are paying our lead actors. And I'm down their throat. Like, I'm down their throat because you're getting paid. So if we say action, you should be ready to go.
And you and I have had conversations about how much you pay some of them celebrities you have come through there. And they ain't no small chunk of change. So,
yeah, but they can't compare themselves to a celebrity. And I get it too. I get the bad side and the good side. And I make posts like that. One of my posts I made, sorry, somebody was saying, I don't want to yell out names. I don't know. Right. I'll yell a name. I have Diamond from Crime Mob in the movie. She's in the movie How to Catch a Baller. And and yes, she cost. She wasn't free. So you have some people who was just like, she ain't nobody, she ain't no actress. You know, you could have paid us, you could have did this. But what I choose to do with my money is what I choose to do with my money. That's number one. And you know, y'all picking in my pocket trying to figure out what I'm doing. Number two, you don't have to be in the movie. Like nobody is forcing nobody.
I was about to say that. I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna be in this movie or else, you know. And then number two, it's like sometimes you gotta live your life. For me, being the producer, writer, director, I have casted people. Some people not really for the movie wise. It's more like Sasha Gohart from Chicago. That's somebody I wanted to meet. Forget the rest of these people on the set. I don't care if they wanted to meet her or not. I don't care about none of that. It was somebody that I wanted to meet. And, you know, hey, I'm doing a movie, so why not? Hey, are you free? Can you know, she's not the lead in the movie. She just came, made a special appearance. You know, she was sweet, came down here. She was shocked. She was just like, who is this, you know, strange person? Hey, you know, I've been listening to your music for 10 plus years. I used to do a magazine. We used to do mixtapes. You're one of the first female rap artists on my mixtape. And it was like, wow, that made her feel good. Like, who is this? Who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, and she actually is doing things. She's on the there's a HBO Southside. That's her. The theme song. She's in. She does stuff. So she has a name. But it's like, I get it. These other young people don't know who that is or who is this and why did you bring this person in? That's none of your business.
Right.
At the end of the day, you need to be focused on, I'm just saying, you need to be focused on you as the actor, as you, what you're going to bring. And again, like I said, if you are not getting paid or it's not enough or whatever, then hey, Felicia or whatever director or whatever set you on, hey, I don't mind being this character, but I need this, you know, I need this. And what they'll do is, I'll be right back with you. They'll see if they can do it. If they can do it, they can't. Because mind you, you have more than, you know, like when most times you got at least, unless you do like a small, which I have done. I've done some movies where it's just like a real small cast, but I've done some that has a lot of people. So it's like, you know darn well I'm not paying all these people. There's 2 million people in here hopping around and dancing around. I don't got money to pay all these people. So what I can do is I can offer IMDb credits. I can put the names in the credit. I can tell them I appreciate them. You know, if we try to do something, include them.
Awards, badges, and stuff like that.
I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. With your movies, I was wondering, you know, IMDb, movie database. With your movies, are people able to do that if they get speaking lines that actually can be a part of that organization? How does that work?
Okay, it's to me, I think it's just like a national database of for film and entertainment. So basically, like Jonathan, he has some IMDb credits. You know, I think you could do it for music. There's certain things you could do it for, but like
But what I was asking,
a lot of different things.
I don't know. Well, I know what it is. I was just saying, like with your movies, your actors, are they able to get that credit to be a part of that organization by being in your films?
Yeah, anybody. Right now, we do the extras. Everybody, yes. That's one thing that I do promise. If you don't have a page, we make you a page. If you got a page, it just be an added credit. You know, it'll say that you're in the movie and maybe extra or whatever part you played. So that is something that we do give everyone.
That's excellent. That's excellent.
And the good thing about it is that's something you can take to somewhere else. I know one time I went to some place and I didn't have my ID or something, and I was trying to use the spot, and I pulled up my IMDb, and it was, you know, I'm award winning with all these credits, and all of a sudden, it was like I was treated differently, and it was like, oh yeah, you can come on in, like I was somebody. So,
well, you are somebody. You got all these movies, girl.
She's always like this. She always.
I appreciate you. I like you being humble, but I'm gonna make sure I boost you up.
Right.
You know, some people
I don't think you realize how big you are, though. So I told you that all the time. I don't think you realize how far you come sometimes, man. I was like, I'll be talking to her about stuff, and she'll be like, "Oh, that's nothing. That's just like it's nothing." I'm like, "This is you."
She's like, until I get my private jet, I'm gonna stay right here where I am. I get it. I get it. I'm not mad at you about that at all.
But a lot of us, like, and I said us because it's more than me. We out here struggling. This is a struggle, and people don't understand that. That's why I be posting sometimes. Like with Treasure Box, I maxed out my credit card. Like I actually maxed out my credit cards. I'm, even though it's still low budget, I did a lot. And actually, I brought all the girls' clothes, and actually, I went on Wish. And I brought a bunch of clothes. Yeah, it didn't fit half of them, but I tried. Because I guess Wish, if you get like a 5X on Wish, that's like a large. I don't know.
That's right. So that means people just think that they want every movie to look like it's $1 million production, but they don't understand that all the props and everything, all the locations, you got to pay for all that stuff, don't you?
Correct. But it gets better as it goes, because what I'm learning like now is we got to slow down. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. I can't talk for anyone else. I think maybe we're moving a little too fast too. It's like, and also actors are not acting. Do it again. We filmed Sunday. We filmed 2 scenes Sunday from 3 p.m. until 10 p.m. and it was only 2 scenes. Now we did take a lunch break in between. Yeah, we did take a lunch break in between, but it was just more like it was a lot going on, and getting the lighting and getting this right and getting that right. And if you're not giving me what I want, we're gonna sit here and try to get what we gonna sit here and try to get it. Gotcha. So, and a lot of people, they don't. And I'll say this because again, they could be listening. One movie, we had a young lady. She had 4 lines. And by me saying that, she knows what I'm talking about her. But I'm saying this in general to anybody. They don't take it seriously. So then it's like, what pissed me off is, number one, you're late to rehearsal. Okay, cool, whatever. It's an excuse. I get it. Time to film. Before it was time to film. You're on the Zoom. It's time for your 4 lines. And it's like, hold up, everybody. Now they're opening the book, looking for the page for the 4 lines. So that means you don't know the 4 lines. In front of everybody, which is embarrassing because it's like we on the Zoom, all us together, and now you just opening your book, so you just sitting here with us, not doing that really. And then on set, guess what? She still didn't know the 4 lines, so it was a struggle trying to get the 4 lines out. But then you want a bigger part later, and it's like, oh, you got your people picked. No, what it is I get why people have certain people picked anyway, because as we do this, you're learning people. Right. And actually, if the thing with me, if I'm hard on you, that means I like you. If I'm not hard on you, then I just be like, whatever. And that's how I feel. Like, okay, whatever. And then it's harder to get back on with me. But if it's like, hey, Ivy, I'm just saying your name. You're not doing this right. Hey, you're always late. What's up? And I'm talking to you and I'm trying to work with you. That means I care, because I could just be like, okay, he always late, we ain't gonna cast him. And then be like, well, dang, you don't want to cast him. And then that's what they get at. And that rushing, that's what I keep posting. I hate that rushing. I hate it. So people get on your set.
What do you mean by that? Because you have been posting that. What are you talking about?
Let's go. So, are we ready? So basically, y'all probably think I'm crazy, but so basically, and one young girl, and I what I love about Facebook is people will post their opinions and their feedback like people can't read or something. So I'm like, you're talking about me. Because first thing, young lady, you're not in nobody else's project. You're only in my projects as of yet. So whenever you're talking about me. So, and that's how I feel. So basically, this young lady, and actually, I like the girl, so nothing against her anyway. But I tried it twice. The first time she came on set, it was, I got to pick up my kids. I got to go pick up my kids. I got to go pick up my kids. And I was just like, let's do this part, and then you go get your kids. Have a good day. And that's how I felt. So it's like, that was strike 1. Strike 2, same girl. Come to me. I'm trying to get her to come to me because she had 2 strikes. I don't know. I don't remember the second strike with her, but she had 2 strikes, and I know that was the last one was what I just told you about. But and she did audition. She's not a bad actress. She looks nice. I like her. Nothing wrong with that. But it just in my head, it's just like, and you're gonna rush me again, and that's what I'm saying. Like and she's one of the people that need help.
Beg to be in your movies and then don't really want to put in the work that it takes to do what you got to do.
They want to rush you. So that's why I'm trying to encourage people. If you're going to be in a movie, I don't care if you got one line, give us 10 to 12 hours. It won't even be that long because I don't even want to be on set 10 to 12 hours. But if I had, unless I have to, I have to. And then you would sort of know. But don't come on set and be like, I got to go. How long are we going to be here? Like, that is so annoying to me. That is so annoying because it's you got to get your sound right. You got to get your lights right. You want this to look good. And then also what I noticed too, when you try to rush stuff and please people and it comes out, can I curse?
Yeah, no. You good. You good.
And it comes out shitty.
I was about to say, as long as you don't go too crazy, but you good. I'm messing with you. Okay. You good.
And it comes out messed up. I won't curse. So it comes out, I cursed anyway, but it comes out messed up. The same people be like, well, that's next. Now that's her movie. And I'm like, you one of the reasons why it's messed up. You messed it up.
Right.
Like, and they don't even care. They don't even care that they messed up your movie because again, it's your movie. You allowed that. Excuse me. I gotta take. I'm the producer, director, writer, all that shit.
I got you.
So if I allow stuff to happen and it happens, then I cannot complain. Same thing with Cherry Bomb. The whole movie, nobody recognized the old girl. The young man did. I was standing right there when he did. I didn't think nothing of it, but yes. So they're like the whole movie. That's the only person that recognized dude. And if you watch Cherry Bomb, mental health. Old girl was doing drugs. She had an imaginary friend. Nobody knew to the end of the movie, and one person did recognize her in the movie. And he was kind of like, I want to say that might be his second time doing the movie, so he wasn't really, So and I did allow it. So it's like I can't complain when somebody complained. About it, I can't complain because I allowed this. I should have been like, hey, no, we're going to do that again. Or, hey, let's cut that out. Or, hey, let's take that out. So all I can do is say, hey, the next movie, let's look through this. Let's take our time. Hey, if something's not right, we'll shoot it. Huh?
I'm glad you said that because looking at your old movies and then looking at getting somewhere like Cherry Bomb and what was the Color Green, and another one, a few other ones, you can see your improvement from.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, from when you started to where you are now, it's like crazy improvement. And I think it's funny, like how you talking. You like, y'all sound like I'm crazy. I sound like I'm crazy because Hollywood directors are all the same. It's that they act and they talk the same way you do. When I be seeing their interviews and what they be complaining about. And I feel that you got a lot of those characteristics, and if you just keep it up, and like you said, go with your first mind, shoot, do it the right way. You understand what I'm saying? If you keep on doing that, man, I believe you're gonna be up there. I always tell you that. I know you're gonna be up there with Tyler Perry if you just keep it up. Because it's a whole bunch of other people doing what you're doing, they making money right now. But I just see the vision of what you got. Your stories are a lot better than theirs. Not that it's a competition, but your stories are. You know what I'm saying? The production might not be there yet, but I can see your storylines, they're creative. Have you been told that before?
Yes, I've heard that too. So that's why we've been working on that. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm coughing.
Need some water.
We got you. Take a moment. One thing I was going to mention to John while she's getting herself together. John, we talked earlier. I talked to Felicia a little bit earlier, and we're looking at bringing her to Raleigh so we can do a class.
You can do a movie here.
Yeah. So we're looking at doing an acting class, maybe some movies.
You have Matika. Matika is in Raleigh doing movies. They are doing movies there.
Who is Matika?
Well, make sure you hook us up with them so that way we can get them on Incite and we can bring some exposure to their movie. So make sure we get their information whenever we can.
Houston, and that movie Cherry Bomb that she was talking about. That was the first time I was able to do product placement for one of my clients.
Gotcha.
In that movie,
that's something I was going to mention
Shock
too.
Rule was in there, right? Shock Rule's clothes, button pushers.
They have that on twice. Yep, they have it on there twice.
So is that an option for people that want to kind of like get that exposure? Like if they have products, do you do a lot of product placement in your films?
I don't do a lot, but I do some. So I do know, like even with music wise, with Cherry Bomb, the song that they're dancing to, he said his song blew up overnight. Like he had over.
I was going to ask you about that. If someone had some great music, do you have a way of people submitting music, or how do you find your music? Let me ask you that first.
I just tell people to email us, and then what I do is I'll send it to the editor. They'll look at it, and we pick. And I get that too. People like, you don't pick my music, but not everything's gonna go with the scene. So we can't,
right.
you know what I'm saying? So it goes with what's going with the scene. We can't force your song in a movie.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, I mean, I definitely want to get you back. What we're going to do next time, or one of these times, is we're going to do a sit down. We're going to bring the lights and cameras and have probably look how John and I are, some food and conversation. We're going to put something together.
Yeah. You're going to be here in person next time, man. Because you got to get down to Raleigh. You got to get down here. And you know what I'm saying? Get down. Do a movie here. Couple of days. And then
my sister lives in Raleigh. She's a nurse.
You ain't even tell me all that.
Mm-hmm. She's 12 years younger than me. She's
Felicia, go ahead and tell John. I can't tell you everything.
Well, she's trying to front. I've known her. Look, I've known her since at least 2018.
I can tell you that.
It was at least 2018. I know that.
Well, no, she was just trying to keep it all professional right now. That's all it
was. But she know how I rock. I don't know. I'm not good with being professional all the time.
Well, look, we're going to have to pull you in. I'm just fussing with you. But I want to make sure. I definitely
one of my actors is 20 minutes from y'all too.
Okay.
Lovey Badass. She is 20 minutes because she catches a train from Cary, wherever that is, Cary, North Carolina, to Raleigh, and then she catches, so she comes down here from there. So, and we have actors there.
Okay. I want to do this. Because I really like what you're doing as far as promoting different movies. And I want to get with you and find out who are some of these actors and the directors of these other movies so we can get them on Incite like we got you. Mm-hmm. And I want to expand us to understand, because like tonight, now I'm going to start looking at other movies from you and start watching those movies. And I want to find out who some of these other actors are there and directors so we can interview them and they grow their movie. Because I think we need to have our own Tubi. At some point in time, we need to create our own version of Tubi.
Okay. And grow. I'm gonna jump in. That's exactly what I said in my last interview. And I mean to jump into that too. I feel that if we all got together, us Black people, we create our own network and we create our own money. And not against other people making money, but and you know how they always say the white man, but the white man is making $1 billion off of Black stories. They make more money off our stories than we make off our stories.
And marketing is something that John and I do. So I definitely want to get with you about marketing your movies, placement, because I know I can find people that have small businesses and can place products in your business, but also it'll bring money to produce more movies or take care of some of the costs at the same time. So
yeah,
I think we can get together on that. What you think, John?
Oh, definitely. I've been talking to her about that too. So yeah, she's very like she's a good woman. If it makes sense, then you know what I'm saying, you pitch it to her.
I got you. Well, I tell you what, Felicia, I am glad we had you. We're going like John and I were saying, we're gonna get you back on the show. I want to find out about some of the other directors so we can give them some exposure. But we're gonna do a sit down with you sometime soon. You and I are gonna stay in contact anyway through social and figure out how to put this thing together. That works?
That's awesome.
And tell Ike I said what up.
What colleges are around y'all? What HBCUs do y'all have?
Shaw U.
Central. Shaw U. NC State. I mean, not NC State. NCCU. North Carolina State University is like 10 minutes away. Shaw was probably 20 minutes at the most.
It's like 5 minutes from me.
Yeah, 5 minutes from where you are. What do you
so
think?
y'all should hit up these schools. Hit up these schools. Let's go to these schools.
Yeah, we already got access to the schools. I know people in the schools.
And we have camera equipment already here. We got camera equipment. Black magic.
I feel like we can go and speak to the students. Like you know what I'm saying? Go out and speak and network with students. I'm down for that.
That works. That works. Well, once again, look, we appreciate it. We're gonna make sure we start sharing your information more. And we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do something like watch one of your movies and break it down. We might get you back for that, so you can be like, see, in this scene, I told him to do this, but he didn't. So we're gonna have fun with it.
And I still want to do my movie, The Chef. I want to do The Chef, so I always be about that.
You should start doing it. Start casting or do it in pieces. Do it in pieces and make people.
We're gonna do it as a series, man. I was talking to Houston about it, breaking it into a series.
Yeah. And he's been getting on me about that because the people that I'm surrounded with, the equipment that we have already, and the black magic cameras, we've got 5 or 6 in the group, and guys are doing some directing and acting already, like for commercials. So we got stuff here. So when you come, you in good hands. You're gonna be in good hands.
Yeah. Real good.
All right. Once again, I don't want to hold you up. I know you're busy, but once again, Incite-tv, we had a wonderful time with Felicia Rivers, Tubi Queen, as John liked to call her. And
I told about that.
I did want to ask you that one question. How many films have you made? Do you know your number?
Well, I have 17 on Tubi, but credited, I want to say at least 64.
Wow.
I can't say another word. Look, when you get time, just start sending me your movies. Bits like, hey, Houston, here's 4 more of my movies. So I can check them out and start posting them and letting people see what they are. All right.
So y'all need to watch No New Friends on Tubi. That's the latest one.
That's the latest one.
No New Friends. Okay.
We have a comedy dropping called Have You Seen My Man? That drops in June. Killing with a Smile, drops in July. How to Catch a Ball, that probably drop. The way Tubi dropping movies, it might drop. What might be in March, April? That might drop in May. The way Tubi is dropping movies. So, How to Catch a Ball, I got the rough draft today, so I'm gonna watch that tonight and put that together. We had a whole bunch of. We had a Western. We had a Western. You probably haven't seen it. Stop playing. You probably haven't seen the movie.
Oh yeah, I think you did send me a copy. Yeah.
You seen the Western, right? The Western is the bomb, y'all. We was on a black.
No, you didn't send me the Western movie.
We were on a black.
Yes, you did a Western.
No, it's not out. It's not out yet. But I was just saying, we was on a black ranch. I got them on horses. It's creative. It's creative, and it's. I just love being creative and doing different stuff.
I want to make sure I help market that one because a black Western. Make sure when you're ready to release that one, let me know.
All right. Well, Mr.
We're gonna get you back on for that one, so we can talk about that movie when it gets right before it releases.
Okay, we'll do it.
All right. Hey, everybody, you guys enjoy your night. Have a great night. Incite-tv, we had a wonderful time talking with the beautiful, talented, incredibly put together Felicia Rivers.
Yeah.
And until next time, good night, everybody.
All right.